Well, thanks, Nicole. That's Target Field. The fans are filing in for Game 2 of this wild card series. It'll be the Minnesota Twins against the Toronto Blue Jays. Game 2 coming up now.
The time for improving is over. The time for proving has arrived. Because the future hangs by a thread. It's gone! The Blue Jays and the Twins are ready.
See ya! He's done it again! Back-to-back home runs for Lewis. 18 is enough. The Twins get a postseason win.
This moment, filled with promise or regret. Is here. Now is all they got.
Don't miss your shot.
Oh, that gets you ready. Fans here in Minneapolis ready. They want to win. They want to move on to the next round. And the Blue Jays, they want to survive. When you win the first game in previous wild cards, 10-2 to the winner of the first game. Welcome inside the broadcast booth, everybody. That's Alex Rodriguez. I'm Michael Kay. Great game yesterday. A lot of excitement. Well played. And the winner was the Minnesota Twins by a score of 3-1. And as they say, a child led them. And that child was the rookie, Royce Lewis.
I mean, it was his introduction to Canada and the U.S. Here he is in the first inning, grabbing a fastball in for a 2-run bomb, igniting this home Minnesota Twins fans. And again, the third, gets another fastball, and this time to right center. And that was the story of yesterday's game.
And he did something that only 2 other players have done, home runs in each of his first 2 plate appearances in the postseason. Gary Gaetti, 1987, and Evan Longoria in 2008. So some history yesterday here at Target Field. Now for the Toronto Blue Jays, they certainly have done the job. They got on base, but they left 9 men on base, so they did only half the job. And they're hoping that the 8th inning is the start of something, because Vlad Guerrero looked like he got his swing down.
And it was perfect. It was a double, the opposite field. He talked to us the day before, said he was pressing a little bit. So this was a great sign, leadoff double. And you're thinking, here we go. The Blue Jays are thinking, here we go, excitement from Guerrero. And then you get a wipeout slider, unproductive at bat by Bichette, backdoor cutter, strike 3, and then a ground ball to first. And for Jax, maybe the 3 most important outs for the Twins.
So Guerrero is so important for this team. He is the engine that makes it run, and we'll keep a close eye on him. Now yesterday, good pitching matchup. Same thing today in Game 2. And the starter for the Minnesota Twins is Sonny Gray. He had a really good year. He's going to be in the top 3 in Cy Young.
Very good year, 2.79 ERA there is. And at the end of the day, he reminds me of a guy that I played with in Mike Mussina. 5 pitches, but watch the spin. He can spin it as well as anybody in baseball.
And the guy for the Blue Jays is going to be Jose Barrios.
All fastball command. He's gone away from his 4-seamer up top, more 2-seamer sliders. He's back to the old ways.
And he likes pitching here at Target Field. He was a Twin. So it's the Twins and the Blue Jays. Lineups, first pitch, baseball next, right here on ESPN. Well, the crowd at Target Field yesterday was definitely a factor in the game. It's going to play the same role in Game 2 of this wild card series. The Blue Jays and the Twins. The Twins are up 1-0, but the crowd and the deficit does not seem like it's phasing the Blue Jays at all, right, Alden Gonzalez?
Yeah, that's right, Michael. Look, the Blue Jays' backs are against the wall, but there was no big post-game meeting last night, no passionate pep talk before the game, just an understanding from their offense that if they can carry over some of what they did in Game 1, they're going to be fine. Matt Chapman talked about it today. He feels as if they put together good at-bats, and if not for a couple of key defensive plays, whether it's Carlos Correa's off-balance throw, Michael Taylor's catch-up against the fence, Game 1 would have played out completely differently. Remember, this is a team that feels as if it's a lot more battle-tested this year. hardened by the postseason experience of last year. And as John Schneider told us before the game, this is kind of how their season has been, cutting it close right up until the end. The message all year has been to just win series. They need to win back-to-back games to win another series. That's the only way they're looking at it.
All right, thank you. Alden will be checking in with you a lot during the game. So Sonny Gray out of the dugout leading his team onto the field. Let's check out the Blue Jay lineup that he is going to face. You've got George Springer in right, Brandon Belt the DH, Vlad Guerrero Jr. at first base, 249 hard-hit balls this season, 4th best in the majors. Then it's Bichette, Biggio, Kirk, and the bottom third, Kiermaier, Chapman, and Varsho. And they've got a tough number against Sonny Gray. Sonny Gray is a guy who does not rattle on the mound. He has had a couple of good years in a row, and as we mentioned during the Open, a 2.79 ERA. He's not going to win the American League Cy Young, but he is going to get top 5 votes and probably finish in the top 3.
Well, he's a handful, and I mentioned a Mike Mussina comp. It's all about spinning the ball for Sonny Gray, and if I'm a right-handed hitter, I want to get right on top of the plate. I want to take away that outside corner and make him come to me. The other thing is I want to have him elevate the baseball. If you're a lefty, something to watch is that hip pocket two-seamer, which will throw you to freeze you for a strike 3 looking.
All right, so there've been 12 of these wild card series so far, Alex, and the winner of game 1 goes on to win the series 10 out of the 12 times. So you could say, as Alden just reported, that the Blue Jays are saying we only have to win 2 games in a row. But all the pressure right now is on the Blue Jays, and the fact that the series never leaves Target Field, never leaves Minneapolis. It is a tough ask. When you win that first game, you're in the driver's seat.
You sure are, but you can't take anything for granted, Michael. And in a short series, it can flip in a game. And yesterday, it was the defense that turned it around for Minnesota. Correa on the front end with a bare hand. Michael Taylor with 2 great plays, one coming forward, one against the wall. But if you are the Blue Jays, if you win today, all the pressure goes right back to the Twins.
And also, one of the key moves, or a couple of the key moves for the Twins yesterday was their defense. But that was not an outlier. Michael A. Taylor is a great center fielder. Carlos Correa is a sparkling shortstop. So they made the plays that great players are supposed to make. You can't look at it as a blip on the radar screen. That's what they expect.
And the combination of doing it with youth and experience, and at the back end, Taylor and Correa have big-time experience, and the rookie, the young kid, and Lewis with the 2 big home runs.
Well, the crowd is already on its feet. This is going to be an electric atmosphere here at Target Field, so settle in. Hope you enjoy the game. This should be fun. Springer is ready. Gray climbs atop the rubber. He's ready. And let's do it here at Target Field. First pitch is popped up, right side. Kirilloff leans and can't make the play. It hit the screen. He cannot make the play, so just a strike. The screen is a great addition in Major League Baseball, protecting the fans, but it does take away that lean into the stands catch that a player could make. So 0-1 on Springer. He has 57 hits during the season, leading off an inning. Line drive, it's a base hit down the left field line, kicks off the sidewall. Wallner will get the ball in quickly. Great fielding there, holding Springer to a single.
And a good start here for the Blue Jays, getting a fastball nice and short from Springer. The key stat for the Blue Jays when they score in the first inning, Michael, they're 32-10. So early and often is vital for the Jays.
Springer, 20 stolen bases in 25 tries during the regular season. And the pitch to Belt is a swing and a miss. 0-1. Belt has 2 World Series rings with the San Francisco Giants, so these games will not be too big for him. And Gray deals. Grounded foul, so quickly 0-2.
Michael, today they had a meeting like they have before every game, hitters meeting. I wasn't in there, but I can tell you what they talked about. What they said is, he's going to throw strikes. Don't let him jump ahead. Two hitters, they both have swung aggressively at the first pitch. Something to watch.
Springer leads off first, held by Kirilloff. And the 0-2. Fouled away. Home plate umpires Adam Hammery. Then it's Mike Malinsky at first. Dan Isonia, the crew chief, at second. Mark Wegner at third. Down the left field line is Jeremy Riak. And down the right field, Andy Fletcher. He was the home plate umpire in Game 1. The 0-2. Grounded. Foul. Just foul. That would have been huge.
Close, but the right call.
Snap throw to first. Gray is a good athlete and has a good move for a right-hander. Now the home plate umpire, Adam Hammery, this is his 11th season. He's considered a neutral umpire. He calls more high strikes and fewer outside strikes on left-handed batters. Swing and a miss. Built down on strikes.
Good curveball here. 83 miles an hour. Right under the hands. Set up nicely by the fastballs in.
So here is Guerrero Jr. Fly ball right field. Kepler is there. Makes the play. And Alex, you're on to something. They're swinging early.
They're 3 for 3, and it's obvious they're not letting Sonny get on top. They want to attack him. And that pitch he's hit is a little cutter here, Michael. Watch this right here. It's just about 2 inches. It's late, it's subtle, but it's enough to run away from the barrel.
So here's Bichette. Ball one. Since the beginning of August, Sonny Gray pitching to a 2.03 ERA. Grounded and off the glove of Polanco, and that trickles into left field. He's had some trouble at third base yesterday and today. Remember, that is the position that Royce Lewis would be playing, but because of the hamstring, they don't want him out there. They're DHing him, so Polanco is playing third.
And you make a really good defensive team kind of pedestrian because he's much better at second base, so you ultimately make two positions a bit weaker.
So here is Kevin Biggio. And a strike. And that has scored a hit for Bichette. Strike two. Big spot for the Blue Jays. Want to jump ahead early. First and second, 2 outs, top of the first inning. One and two. Springer off second. Bichette off first. 2 men out. 1-2. 2-2. So deuces are wild. 2 on, 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. just stays alive. Runners lead. Gray deals. Well, Jeffers wanted that call, but it was outside. So the runners will go now on a full count, 2 outs. And Biggio uses his timeout. It's a 6-pitch at bat. This will be pitch number 7 on the way. And the pitch. They'll do it again. Crowd noise postseason doesn't affect an opposing team.
It does, and especially on the road.
Well, they are making themselves heard. Runners will go. But the inside move chasing Springer back to second.
Michael, with a guy that throws so many off speed and is so good at spinning the ball, fastball's 94, breaking ball goes all the way down to 83. You want to look somewhere in the middle, probably around 88.
3-2. Strike 3. Biggio down looking. No runs, 2 hits, and 2 men left on base. So a long at bat between Biggio and Gray. And he throws him on the breaking ball right over the middle of the plate. It's the Blue Jays nothing, and the Minnesota Twins coming to bat. Well, Toronto left 9 runners on base yesterday, 2 in the first inning. So we're here at Target Field as we head to the bottom of the first inning of Game 2 of the American League Wild Card. Let's take a look at the Twins starting lineup. It's Julian, Polanco, and Lewis at the top. And you have Kepler, Kirilloff, and Correa. Correa, 18 home runs, 59 ribbies, and 80 postseason games. So let's say there's about a half a season. Walner, Jeffers, and Taylor at the bottom of the order. And they are going to be facing former Twin right-hander Jose Barrios. 11 and 12 with a 3.65. Julian will lead off, and Barrios deals. 1-0. Fouled away. Barrios loves pitching in this ballpark, and he said because the dugout is so close, I feel like I'm throwing 100 miles an hour. And not much foul territory here at Target Field. Barrios is 29 years old, 8th big league season. He was with the Twins from 16 through 21. 3rd year with Toronto.
And he talked about how much he enjoyed Minnesota, his time here, the organization, just not today. And for him, the thing to watch is fastball command early, both sides of the plate, and then everything works off that.
Strike 3. Julian down looking.
Talked about fastball command, Michael, and there's a 2-seamer that comes back. Lefties will give up on that pitch, and they'll see a lot more of that for the rest of the afternoon.
So here's Polanco. In 7 previous postseason games, Polanco 5 for 26. That's 195. Fouled away. So the lights are on here at Target Field, and yesterday was much hotter than today. It's overcast, not much of a hint of sun, which actually helps the hitters.
Yep.
He wants to see if the ball has any dirt on it. And he looks at it and says, hey, there's dirt there, so it had hit the dirt. He didn't catch it on the fly. So Polanco stays alive.
Dirt ball is scuffed by it.
Yeah, good call. Well done there. Not an easy call, Michael, but he said, let me see it. The minute he saw that dirt right there, that's evidence that it hit the ground.
And the 0-2 outside. Well, the hero of yesterday's game, Royce Lewis, is on deck. And that one is looped into center field. It's a base hit. So that could be a crucial call, looking at the dirt on the ball to ensure that it did exactly not go into the glove of Kirk for strike 3. Gave Polanco another swing. He gets a single. Listen to the hand for Royce Lewis. Two games during the regular season against the Blue Jays, Lewis was 7 for 8. And he had 2 home runs yesterday. Grounded softly up the third base line. They're going to let it roll, and it rolls foul. Now this is what the Twins worry about, right, Alex?
Well, that's what Rocco, our manager, was telling them today, is you have to stay away from running hard, but this is the worst case scenario. But he did a nice job of going about 75, 80%.
But you know, Alex, if you smell a hit, that's gone. You're
It's
just going
gone,
to run, right?
especially in October.
Yeah.
I mean,
well, Rocco Baldelli said he sat down before the game yesterday with Royce Lewis and told him 5 times, ground ball, you're out, period. Don't even run hard to first base, because they do not want him to blow out the hamstring where he would not even be able to DH. Ground ball is short. There's one. And he just jogs to first, which they told him to do. And there is 2. No runs a hit, no errors. And because of the DP, nobody left on base. We'll go to the second. 0-0.
The NHL season returns with an opening night triple-header. Hockey is back. How you feeling about your first game? Super excited. Pretty cool to face off against you.
It's an opening night triple header on ESPN and ESPN Plus.
Oh, yeah. Hockey is back. What a great sports time. Football, hockey, basketball is going to start. And the best baseball games of the year.
yeah, and I'm excited for some hockey. I know that right here in Minnesota, you have the Wild. Florida team did great, went to the finals.
Good stuff. We'll be all over it here on ESPN. Here's Kirk. And there's a strike from Sonny Gray. Now, Alvin has tracked down Royce Lewis's parents. Let's go down to him.
Nice.
And that up here yesterday, Royce Lewis wasn't going to play. Not only did he play, but he hit 2 home runs and he was the hero. What was that experience like for you guys seeing?
I think it was great. I think we're blessed and very thankful that our whole family could be here to see that, and it was exciting. We love watching him play, and we've loved it for years, but that was absolutely phenomenal, and we're blessed to be able to see it. It was fun.
When you think back to his journey, #1 overall pick, back-to-back ACL tears, to get back to this moment and have that moment in Game 1, how much more special did that make it for you guys?
It's very special, and he's worked really, really hard to get back to be, and he just continues to want more, work harder and harder.
And Cindy, I heard that you predicted kind of a big day from him because he just sort of loves moments like that. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Well, actually, Kurt Stillwell with the Boris Corp, he's the one that said it first back in North Carolina in 2016, that when the lights are on, Royce shines, because he lives for those moments, and he's living his best dream.
He definitely is. Thank you guys so much. Guys, back to you.
Thank you to the Lewis family and Alden as well. Well, he did rise to the big moment, and he's always going to have that. And once you perform under the spotlight, then the future spotlight is not going to make you wilt. So Kirk with a single. Here's Kiermaier. So once again, the Blue Jays have traffic. They have traffic on the bases, but they have not been able to get the big hit. Kiermaier had 2 singles and a walk yesterday. That one's fouled straight back, 0-2.
And Michael, Sonny Gray only gave up 8 home runs this year, 4 in this ballpark. So if you're the Blue Jays, you have to think of other ways to have a diverse attack and maybe manufacture some runs, maybe hit and run. If you have an all or nothing approach, it could be a long afternoon here for the Jays.
Gray's 33 years old, 11th big league season. A's, Yankees, Reds, and Twins. Taylor will make the play.
What's up, Chevy?
Now, Baldelli sat down with Gray last year. Gray didn't have the best season last year, and they talked about, hey, you could still be great if you want to commit yourself to this. He has young children, and Sonny Gray said, I'm going to have the greatest offseason I've ever had. And he came into camp, Alex, and he was ready to roll right away.
He was. In the prior year, he was involved with the union and Scherzer and a lot of the negotiations with the CBA. And all of a sudden, they said he thought they were not going to play that year. And all of a sudden, they said, hey, first pitch is in 3 weeks. And he was a little bit off guard. He never stopped throwing during the offseason and came in, as Baldelli told us, in mid-season form, and has been an exceptional year.
2-0 on Chapman. We already have action in the Blue Jays bullpen. They have the lefty Kikuchi up. And everybody's available today because this is a must-win game for the Blue Jays.
And that could be one or two things, Michael. Either there is something wrong with Barrios, or maybe he's just getting a little bit of work. But it's not a good sign because he's looked really, really good so far in his first inning anyways.
Yeah, and guys, also keep in mind that John Schneider was really aggressive with his lefty relievers in Game 1 to neutralize the Twins lineup. The Twins lineup is a lot more vulnerable when their right-handed hitters get in the game as opposed to left-handed hitters. They were worried that they might go to Kikuchi early in order for the strategical aspect of that.
Now, if you do that, then it's up to Baldelli. Do I start to bring my guys off the bench? Because then you don't have a next move, or do you just ride it out for a couple of innings? So strategy right off the bat here in the second inning. We'll see if Kikuchi does come in. So first and second, here's Varsho, 1 man out, and he bunts. Sonny Gray fields and fires to first. That's not a sacrifice. You're not sacrificing with 1 out, but it does move the runners up.
I do not like this play, Michael. I like it with no outs, but certainly with 1 out, men in scoring position and traffic. Go ahead and try to hit a double.
So here's Springer now, runners on second and third with 2 outs. He singled in the first inning, Gray deals. 0-1. grounded foul outside of third. Quickly 0-2 on Springer.
It's loud in here.
One and two. Twins fans energized after they broke that 18-game losing streak with yesterday's 3-1 win. 18 games, postseason games, longest streak in North American sports history. That is now history. 1-2.
When that series started, Royce Lewis was 5 years old, and yesterday he snapped that he's 24.
The last time that the Twins won a game in the postseason, the only active player from baseball at that point that's active right now is Zach Greinke.
Wow.
Two. Such a big at bat in this game, just for the confidence level of the Blue Jays, who so far in this series have left 11 runners on base. Punched out to right field. Kepler is right there. And now they've left 13 runners on base. 2 men left in the second. We go to the bottom of the second. Nothing. Well, coming up next, the final game 2 of the night. The Phillies host the Marlins, with Philly a win away from moving on. Last night, Zach Wheeler allowed 1 run, 6 2/3 innings. He struck out 8, allowed 5 hits, and didn't walk anybody. And tonight, it's Braxton Garrett for the Marlins going up against Aaron Nola for the Phillies. Max Kepler leads off the bottom of the second. Barrios still in there. And that pitch is outside, 1-0. Tap toward third, Chapman. 1 away. And here is Kirilloff. Now, if you're going to bring in a lefty just to play the matchup game, you would have brought him in there against Kepler and Kirilloff. So Kikuchi is sitting right now in the bullpen. There's a strike.
Michael, sometimes the best thing a manager can do is just stay out of the way and let the river flow.
A lot of managers like to build dams, though. 0-2.
Good managers, like a good umpire, when they do their best work, they're not even noticed.
Both Baldelli and Schneider have been extraordinarily engaging in our pregame meetings with them. Very helpful.
Both have done a terrific job this season.
1-2. Swing and a miss. Chased the pitch out of the zone. Kirilloff down on strikes. 2 away.
Mike, I'm going to make my first call of the series.
Okay.
My pick to click is Carlos Correa.
Here he comes.
There we go.
Well, he clicked defensively yesterday.
And then got a nice knock late in the game. And a play like he made yesterday is one that can get you going offensively as well.
Let's take a look at the play, because it is just, it's wondrous is what It was.
And look where he starts. He starts behind second base, gets to the ball, sprinting to third base, and throws it to home plate.
Grounded softly to third. Charging Chapman. Fires to first. Not in time. And the throw pulled Guerrero off the bag. So an infield single for Correa.
Here we go. Run, 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 run. And only Chapman can actually make this close. Most third basemen just put it in their pocket.
So here's Wallner. Missed outside. Waved at that one, 1-1. Wallner, last 17 games of the regular season, he had 354, 17 for 48. Let's watch this from the ump cam. Get a sense of how difficult it is to hit.
And if I'm hitting here, Mike, I'm thinking I want to get this ball up above the belt.
Line drive right at Guerrero to end the inning. So Wallner hit it hard to no avail. No runs a hit. One man left. We'll go into the third. Nothing here on ESPN.
Top of the third from Target Field. I'm here with Twins manager Rocco Baldelli. And Rocco, are you like the rest of us kind of holding your breath whenever you see Royce Lewis sprint up the first baseline like he did earlier today?
You know what? He probably ran a little bit harder than he planned on running, but I think he looked pretty smooth out there. That's kind of what we talked to him about, just kind of staying smooth and under control, and he got through it okay.
Couple innings in, what do you like about Sonny Gray so far?
Well, Sonny is, you know, these playoff games, you come in and, you know, you kind of feel it out, but I think he's actually thrown the ball pretty well. I think he's spinning the ball well. I think he's gotten some good results, but, you know, the way he's going about it, I like, because you want to see those breaking balls from him, and we're seeing them right now.
Rocco, thanks so much. Michael, Alex, back to you guys.
All right, thank you, guys. You know, he's spinning the ball, but he has allowed 4 base runners, and the Blue Jays have left 4 runners on base over the first 2. I'm sure they'd like a little bit of an easier inning for him. In the postseason in 4 starts, 0-2, but he has a good ERA of 2.95. Too many walks, 18 strikeouts. This is his first start in the postseason since 2017. Belt hits a fly ball to deep center as Taylor runs it down for the first out. Sonny indeed, not the sky, but on the mound.
Speaking of Vlad yesterday in the clubhouse, he talked about feeling good, more relaxed, and he's ready to have a big series. But the key for him is to get a great pitch to hit and put his A swing on it. On that first at bat, he settled for a little cutter off the plate, hit a lazy fly ball to right. Middle of the plate, A swing should be the thought process for Vlad Jr.
Popped up. Kirilloff in foul territory has room, and he makes the play.
So, Mike, I'm going to show you a little bit of what Vlad is doing, and he's pulling off the ball. This is a really good pitch to hit, 93, almost middle. And watch him bail right here. His butt, his shoulders, all looking in his dugout. He needs to think right center field and let his momentum take him that way.
Here's Bichette. Infield single his first time up. Chopper not handled by Polanco. Scored a hit. Polanco playing deep at third right now. and very close to the line. The outfield shades the other way toward right. One and one. Gray looking for his first 1-2-3 inning. Line drive. He's not going to get it. A base hit to left field. So Bichette continues to hit. He's 2 for 2. And he had 2 hits yesterday in 4 at-bats.
Boy, he's a good hitter. There's a little sweeper down and away for a ball. Goes down there and gets it. And that's the difference between Bichette and Vladdy. This ball's a ball, low and away. But because he's out over the plate, he has great coverage, stays nice and flat through the zone. This young man is very, very impressive.
There's Biggio. First and second, 2 outs in the first. He struck out looking. 1-0. Three straight Blue Jays in the order, 3 straight sons of Major League ball players, and then at the bottom of the order, Varsho, so 4 in the lineup. And you can't tell me that that doesn't help a kid. Even if your father's a dentist and you go to work with him every day, you have a jump start on being a dentist, I would think.
You're never going to be overwhelmed when you walk into the big leagues. You've been there.
1-2. Check swing. Did he go? No, he did not, said Mark Wegner.
Not a bad time for Bichette to try to get a bag here.
He leads, held there by Kirilloff. 2-2 count with 2 outs. Tap foul. You heard Hammery say that was really close. He asked me, was that a strike? Didn't give an answer. He said it was close.
That's not an answer I want to hear. Yes or no?
Swing and a miss. Got him on the curve. Biggio down on strikes. No runs a hit, no errors, and 1 man left on base. Crowd making noise as we go to the bottom of the 3rd, looking for a run.
Bottom of the 3rd here from Target Field. I'm here with Blue Jays manager John Schneider. And John, we saw you say Kikuchi warming up in the bullpen a little briefly earlier today. What's your thinking with Jose Barrios right now and your usage of him?
Yeah, I mean, Jose's throwing the ball really well. It's a unique lineup for them over there with a lot of lefties and a lot of line changes. So elimination game, you got to kind of have everybody ready.
And just like a lot like in game 1, good at bats, you got some guys on, you spurred some balls up. Are you thinking at some point the offense is going to break through here?
Yeah, I mean, the bats have been really good against Sonny. He's tough and, you know, just missing that big hit right now. But love the patience, you know, driving his pitch count up. Got to get a big knock with guys on.
John, thanks so much, guys. Back to you.
Well, thank you to Alvin and to John. So obviously, this was scripted before the game. We'll use Kikuchi if Barrios gets into any trouble with all the lefties in the Twins order. Here's one of the righties, though. 1-1 count on Jeffers. 1-2.
You know, sometimes you got to trust your eyes. And right now, everything he's doing, he looks good. He has a good tempo. Ball's coming out of his hand good. And, you know, if he's playing well, let him keep going. He'll tell you when he's ready to come out.
Now, Genesis Cabrera, who we saw yesterday, he's warming, another lefty. Mesa, Kikuchi, and Cabrera, the lefties in the bullpen. And they will be used at just the right time to counteract the lefties in the lineup. Did he go? Yes, he did. Jeffers down on strikes. Well, wear what the players are wearing on field during the postseason. Check out the largest selection of authentic jerseys, caps, t-shirts, and more, and root your favorite team on at MLBshop.com. Here's Taylor, 1 for 7 lifetime against Barrios. And there's a breaking ball strike.
And Michael, if I am sitting in the Twins dugout, I am hoping Schneider comes out and gets him, because the last 2 or 3 swings have been anemic, weak, and not competitive. There's another one. So you hope the analytics gets involved when it works in your favor. This will work in the Twins' favor.
And down goes Taylor. And that is the 4th strikeout for Barrios.
Complete domination here. Is a slider, is a slurve. That time's the curveball. And I remember, Michael, sometimes when the opposing manager would come out to get a dominating guy because a number said something or suggested something, we would give each other high fives and say, see ya. Bring in another guy.
Outside to Julian. He struck out looking in the first inning against Barrios. There's a base hit past the diving Chapman into left field. So Julian with a single. That's the 3rd hit for the Twins.
Little Rod Carew throwback here. Pitch it away, throw it away, head down.
Julian leads off first, held there by Guerrero. Here's Polanco. Alex, let's admit it, you were a little shocked today. We were in the Twins clubhouse and you saw they were changing uniforms from the ones that won yesterday.
Yeah, I'm just a superstitious guy. I would have gone with the cream again. I love that uniform from yesterday. But whatever works, keep it rolling.
Yep, they had Twin Cities across the chest. Now they've gone to the more traditional Twins uniform. One and 2 on Polanco. Polanco dunked a single to center. That was in the first inning. Strike 3. Fastball on the inside corner. And Barrios brings up 3 strikeouts here in the 3rd. That was his 5th of the game. Really good pitch right in the kitchen of Polanco. And it just clips the inside corner. We'll go to the 4th. Now we go to the 4th inning. Kirk leads off against Sonny Gray. 0-0. 4 hits for the Blue Jays, 3 for the Twins. Pitch outside, 1-0. Fly ball, right field, coming on Kepler. This postseason, get the best 5G coverage in the game with T-Mobile, America's largest and fastest 5G network. Now, we talked about the effect this crowd had on yesterday's game, and Rocco Baldelli, who's a huge Fish fan, quoted one of their songs, and he said about the crowd, "I thought the place was going to split open and melt." Then he went on to say the fans took over the game. They helped us win today. And one of our colleagues probably loves the fact that Baldelli loves fish. Bob Wischusen, who does college football and Obviously, hockey for ESPN. I think he goes to like 9-10 fish shows in a row at Madison Square Garden.
Michael, I got to confess, when you guys were talking about fish,
right,
and I came in a little bit late, I thought you were talking about what you had for dinner last night.
Like Chilean sea bass, something like that. Yep.
Music, that's not my thing, but.
And Rocco has a fish T-shirt hanging up in his office here at Target Field.
I'll tell you, Rocco Baldelli, when he was in Tampa, Michael, I remember that he was one of the guys that he was so fast that you knew that you had to catch it and throw it. Great, great guy. I wish he would have stayed healthy. It would have been great to see what his career would have turned out. One of the good guys in baseball.
The 0-2. Kiermaier down on strikes. 2 away.
Both these guys are rolling, and they're doing it completely different style of pitching. Here's the sweeper, and a good one. Completely different style than the two monuments yesterday. The two aces who were north and south. These two guys are east and west.
So here's Chapman. He walked in the 2nd inning. Boy, Chapman had a chance to be a hero yesterday. 1st and 2nd, 2 outs in the 6th inning, and he hits a long drive to right center. Taylor runs back to the wall, leaps, and makes the play to end the inning. That was a huge play in the game. Pitch outside, 1-1. Chapman, a platinum glove winning 3rd baseman. Had such a great April for the Blue Jays that there was talk about him being an MVP candidate. But he really cooled down after that first month. He's going to be a free agent at the end of this year. There's a strike. 2-2. Well, they sound like they're going to split open and melt. Check swing. Did he go? Yes, he did. Little hesitation by Sonny Gray, leaving that leg hanging for just a moment. So they go down 1-2-3. The first 1-2-3 inning for Gray. Who's coming up in the bottom of the 4th? That man, Royce Lewis. 2 home runs yesterday. 0-0 as we go to the bottom of the 4th. Back here at Target Field, they're already ticketing Lewis for MVP. His parents are watching intently as Royce Lewis leads off the bottom of the 4th. One big game in the postseason, and you could become a local hero. They loved him here anyway with the 4 grand slams. But those 2 home runs that break an 18-game postseason losing streak, he is forever in Twins lore.
Just ask Jack Morris, World Series MVP.
So he had 2 home runs yesterday. We'll take a look at it on StatCast 3D by Google Cloud. First inning, 105.5 off the bat, 386 feet. Third inning, 104.2 miles per hour to right field, 397 feet. So good exit velo. Doesn't really matter how long it travels, it still counts. Wall scrapers count.
I don't care about exit velo. It didn't work for Ichiro, Wade Boggs, Rod Cruz, a lot of good ones.
When you have a game like that, it's going to be dissected. First career multi-home run game, 3rd player to home run in the first 2 postseason at-bats. 2nd Twins rookie with a postseason home run. He rocks. But he's got a cranky hamstring. 2-2. Foul back here. Out of play. Still 2-2. First overall pick in 2017. But he tore his ACL twice. So that slowed down his progression to the big leagues. Three and two. Well, the bullpen is poised and ready. Kikuchi again is up. Like John Schneider is itching to go to the bullpen.
Michael, if I'm in the box, I'm thinking slider. And I'm looking slider up.
We got the slurve instead, which is a cousin of the slider.
Yeah, it's all the same thing. It's spin, basically, right? You don't want to overcomplicate it, but at the end of the day, it's simple. You have to pay attention to the game. Yesterday, he hits 2 home runs, both on fastballs, 3-2 money pitch. You got to be thinking slurve, spin.
8th pitch of the at-bat coming up. 3-2. And he works a walk. You know, we had a funny line from John Schneider before the game. You know, pitch identification is so different now. I mean, Ian Hamilton of the Yankees, it was a slombio.
Oh, wow.
A slider and a change combined. But we'll get back to John Schneider's remark about sweepers because he's taken the ball from Barrios. Alex, he's been itching to do that, and now he's going to his left-handers.
Yep. We'll see what happens.
Wow. This one was thought about probably somewhere in the middle of the night as he was preparing for this game. So they'll go to the pen.
And Michael Barrios was outstanding. He did it both with the fastballs and the slider and the sweeper and everything in between. And here's a fastball in, fastball away, slurve, another one, one more.
But first, Kikuchi deals to Kepler low. John Schneider has firmly put himself in the crosshairs here, making this move with a guy with 5 strikeouts over 3 innings. He walked a batter. I know the lefties are coming up, but this seemed to be a move that he was itching to make. Let's see if it pays off. Ground ball, diving stop by Biggio, and the play is not in time at first as Kepler beat it out.
If I'm Barrios, I'm not very happy because I'm going to be careful with Lewis. And you may have opened the floodgates here. First and second, and the Twins are set up. And now you have back-to-back righties. Advantage Twins.
Well, they are going to pinch hit for Kirilloff with Donovan Solano.
And the bunt's in play here. First and second, Chapman's even with the bag. If you are going to bunt, you just bunt it to third base and advance the runners.
And guys, it's no secret that this Twins lineup is better equipped to handle right-handers, but they've been much better against lefties lately. April, May, June, July, worst OPS in baseball against lefties. August and September, 3rd highest.
1-1. If this doesn't work out, this will be a move that's dissected for the next couple of months throughout baseball, especially in Toronto, because Barrios actually was pitching well. First and second now, nobody out. Skied the other way.
And Barrios is a ground ball pitcher as well, so he's striking you out, throwing ground balls, perfect for the double play.
Two and two. Lewis is at second. Not sure if a single can score him with the hamstring in the shape that it's in. Kepler's at first. So there's a fake towards second. There's one disengagement. Two-two. Kikuchi was a reliable starter this season for Toronto, but he lost his rotation spot a year ago when he pitched to a 5.19 ERA. But he cleaned up control issues, attacks hitters this year, so he's been much better, but he hasn't fit into the rotation in this 3-game set. If there's a game 3, Chris Bassett will start that game. Two-two. Upstairs, 3-2.
You know, the other thing, Michael, he's given up 6 runs over the last 8 innings, and Correa rakes off him 9 for 19. So sometimes the numbers do not make a lot of sense.
And he has to face Correa because he's got to face 3 batters. And Correa is on deck. And he walked him. So now he faces Correa with the bases loaded.
And I know if you're Barrios, you got to be, boy, I wish I was out there. I almost walked Lewis on purpose. That was my plan. I wasn't going to give him anything good to hit. And now they backed themselves into a corner, Michael.
Correa with an infield single in the second, 1-for-1. Ended the season on the IL, dealing with plantar fasciitis, but he was going to play in this postseason series. Signed a 6-year, $200 million deal for moments like this with the Twins. Made a great play defensively yesterday. Now he has a chance to really do damage with the bat. 18 postseason home runs in 80 games. Hit sharply up the middle, it's a base hit. Lewis scores, Kepler will stop at third. Correa with an RBI single, and the Twins are on the board. It's 1-0.
Carlos Correa is a prime-time player. He has been his whole career. His 60th RBI in the postseason. Gets a little cutter here, Michael. Stays inside the baseball. Doesn't try to do too much. He is relieved that Barrios is in the dugout and not on that mound.
Just past a lunging try of Bichette. And boy, is he pumped up. This crowd is pumped up.
And Barrios has got to be just brokenhearted in that dugout because this is his game to win or lose, and they just took it away from him.
Schneider, new to the dugout, but you can't read people's minds. I understand that there's a collaboration between front office and things like that, but I truly believe, Alex, that move was made sometime in the middle of the night as he's looking at a computer spreadsheet.
Unfortunately, I think you're right, and I don't think this is on Snyder. This comes probably from above, and you have to watch the game. You have to let the river flow, and we talked about guys in the Twins dugout probably giving high five as Snyder comes to take them out.
Here's Willie Castro now to pinch hit for Wallner. Still nobody out, bases loaded. There's a ground ball to short. There's one, and there's two, but another run scores as Kepler crosses the plate. No ribby for Castro, and the Twins lead 2-0. Solano moves to third.
Routine double play. 2 outs and 2 runs for the Twins. Big run at third base here.
Now, one thing that John Schneider did accomplish, and I think that was part of the plan, he's having Rocco Baldelli turn around his lineup. These are the moves Baldelli's making. So there are righty relievers that the Blue Jays could come to later, but they've got to score. Right now they're down. So the move has relieved Wallner out of the game and Kirilloff out of the game just by bringing in the lefty when you've given up 2 runs.
The counter to that is you're asking your staff, your bullpen, to get 21 outs to get a win. That's a tall order.
Jeffers struck out in the 3rd. That was against Barrios. Kikuchi on in relief. Ground ball to short. Bichette across the diamond, and that will do it, but not before the Twins score 2 runs, 2 hits, 2 walks, and 1 man left on base. Look at the emotion that the Twins are showing, and their fans as well. They win today, they move on to the ALDS. They have a 2-0 lead as we head to the 5th. Customize your feed, get personalized stats and highlights, and enjoy free live streams with the MLB app. Your home for postseason baseball. Download the MLB app today. 2-0 Twins as we go to the 5th inning. It'll be 9-1-2 in the Blue Jays order against Sonny Gray, starting with Dalton Varsho. Gray deals. Pop foul. Giving it a look is Polanco. It's out of play. Varsho tried to bunt in the 2nd inning. That didn't make much sense at all. 1st and 2nd, 1 out. He bunted the runners over, but he was out, putting all the pressure on Springer, and then Springer hit a fly ball to right field. Alex, there is a delicate balance in the postseason. You have to manage with a different urgency than in the regular season, but you're straddling that line. Am I being urgent, or is this panic? Is this too early?
You got to stay chilly, Michael. You got to stay chilly and not panic. And sometimes numbers will drive you crazy. And I honestly don't think that you can blame managers today. I don't think this thing about, Snyder or Rocco Baldelli. This is just the way that baseball's ran, and I think sometime around last night around 1 a.m. they probably sent a note and said, these are the charts. If you're up, if you're here, if you're there. And Snyder's just, plugging and playing. But you have to pay attention to the game. And Barrios was outstanding, and he should have stayed in that game, and we said it before.
And the thing that gets me is that he wasn't wild when he walked Lewis. That was a long battle, and he didn't want to give him anything to hit. The guy hit 2 home runs, and he walked him. I don't think he walked him thinking that that was the last batter he was going to face.
As a player, you have to have a little wiggle room, and he's earned it, and he's pitching a brilliant game. And you either give in and give up a home run to the hottest guy on the team, or you do the smart thing and pitch around him. And by the way, he can't run. So it's going to take 3 hits for him to score. So for him to be taken out of that, I see his frustration, and you see him right now. He's probably talking to himself, but he should still be in this game, and the game will probably be 0-0.
And if the Blue Jay offense doesn't wake up, that's going to be the inning that's going to be magnified and dissected. Springer wraps one to right field, a base hit. That's his 2nd hit of the game.
We love this house. It really has it all.
Yeah, but our neighbor is a little opinionated.
At least Geico makes it easy to bundle our home and car insurance.
Strike 3! You're out of here. Dude, this is a great shirt. For bundling made easy, go to geico.com.
Runner on first base, 1 man out. Here is Brandon Belt. It's 2-0 Twins, top of the 5th. Belt with a big swing and a foul ball.
You imagine, Michael, if Tom Kelly in that 7th game of the World Series says, you've gone 47 pitches. It's time for you to go.
I think Tom Kelly would have had to wrest the ball from Jack Morris in that 7th game.
That's a good point. 47 pitches for Barrios.
Well, as they say in dodgeball, bold strategy, Cotton. Let's see how it plays out. Oh, 2 on Belt. Belt's 0 for 2 against Gray. strike three. Belt down looking. That's his first strikeout on a fastball, Alex.
And it's that two-seamer that starts at your hip and comes back. Lefties gave up. That's exactly what Belt did. Excellent pitch here. Dotted the corner.
Here's Vlad Guerrero. 0 for 2. Did he go? No, he did not. Mike Molinsky said he held up.
And if I was talking to Vlad right now, I would say, you're a big boy, you're strong. Try to get jammed. Let that ball travel a little bit. He's very jumpy, like a frog. There you go.
2-0. You could also see he was slapping his hip after that pitch, and that a batter knows he's opening up to, so he wants to stay closed.
And he's saying, stay back. Stay on that back leg.
So 2-0 on Guerrero. Fly ball right and a foul out to first. The view from above, slightly open stance. He'll swing that front foot forward. There's a strike. Solano's at first, and he's holding on Springer, and Castro is taken over and left after the pinch hitting in the fourth. Two and two. And once again, the wall of sound builds here at Target Field. Gray steps off.
If you're Vlad, dare Sonny Gray to throw the ball by you.
Two and two. A lot of pressure on Guerrero, and he admitted as much. You know, he feels like he's got to do big things for this team to advance. He's probably right. Number 3 hitter in this order. He's got to do damage for them.
Joe Torre would always tell me, Alex, think small and big things will happen.
Did he go? No, he did not. Held up on what is called the sweeper, and John Snyder said today, he goes, I hate that term. He goes, it's a high school slider with your hand around the ball.
Look at him talking to himself right here. He's screaming to himself, Michael, you're exactly right. He's saying, stay back, stay back. Look at him.
Well, trip to the mound.
And this little timeout right here really, really helps out Vlad. It helps him get his heart rate down. Watch him here. He's talking to himself. Probably in Espanol. Vámonos, vámonos. But I like that. But this timeout here helps out the hitter. Why? Because it slows down the heartbeat. You can tell he's going too fast. Doesn't allow him to get his thoughts together. And this is a good sign for Vlad Jr. 3-2. Runners running. So a long base hit can score a run here.
Bo Bichette's on deck. 5th inning, 2-0 Twins. Runner goes. Just missed outside, so Guerrero works a walk. Good at bat for Vlad Guerrero Jr. And that brings up the dangerous Bichette, who's 2 for 2. And he had 2 hits yesterday as well. Caleb Thielbar is warming in the bullpen. And Pete Mackey, the pitching coach, comes out and talks with Sonny Gray. So he's thrown 79 pitches, 2 outs here into the 5th.
And Michael, for the Jays, right man, right spot. Bichette is 4 for 6 this series. The rest of the Jays are 6 for 41.
Well, the MLB postseason continues with the division series, and that starts Saturday. Fox and FS1 will cover the American League, with the Orioles and Astros waiting for the wild card winners, and TBS will have the National League. The Braves and the Dodgers await the NL wild card winners. Shaping up to be a great postseason for baseball. The games are crisp, faster pace. All the rules that were instituted at the beginning of the year, they worked out beautifully, and it spilled out into the first games yesterday as well. And that one gets past Jeffers, and now the runners move up, and a base hit likely ties the game.
Here's the give and take. Look at the knee on the ground, Michael. It's almost impossible to become a hockey goalie. You have no mobility or flexibility, especially with a man on third. I do not want to see that knee on the ground.
Two 2-0.
Or was it?
Really big spot in this game here in the 5th. Yesterday, today as well. It looks like it was a strike. They have not been able to get the big hit. Big spot in this game for Bichette.
And Michael, if you're not sure, you can put him on base.
Wow, got a fastball right by him. His fastball plays higher than 94 because of all of his off-speed stuff.
Exactly right.
Dialed it up twice, 2-2.
He's thrown 2 fastballs by him. If he throws a slurve in the strike zone, he'll do Bichette a favor. Stay with the heater.
Well, one with the breaking ball, so 3-2. Runners stay put on second and third. First base is open. And you've got Kevin Biggio on deck. Three-two. Fights it off and fouls it off. Nail-biting time here in Minneapolis.
When you see a swing like that, he is basically telling you he is dead looking for spin and soft. So that's the chess game back and forth. Oh,
do they have him picked off? Oh, they got him. Oh, what a mistake by Vlad Guerrero. He's signaling to the dugout. He thinks he got in. Oh, did they bail out Sonny Gray? Wow. Now he's saying that he's safe. We'll look. But from up here, it looks like they got him.
And that was a timing play. 2 veterans. Carlos Correa checking in again. Here's the timing, Michael. 1, 2, go. We may need to see another angle.
Is it enough to overturn?
If in doubt, Michael, you have to review it. You have 2 tries, and it's too big of a play.
I think he's out.
Oh, boy.
I think he's out. That's the telling replay. Alex, before this is confirmed or not, how do you go back to the dugout?
You don't.
I mean, if you get picked off there.
Oh, boy. Michael, I think you're right.
Oh, is his heart beating right now?
Oh, boy.
Let's take a look at the replay review powered by Zoom. That's what they're looking at to see if they confirm or overturn.
Wow.
So much riding. Let's listen.
Oh.
Wow. Just wow.
And
What
your
a
best
timing
hitter.
play. Yes.
And your best hitter. Oh, boy.
Oh, my goodness. What a play defensively by Gray and Correa. We'll be back. Taylor leads off against Kikuchi and grounds one foul, so we start the bottom of the fifth. 2-0 Twins. And what a moment in this game, what a moment in this series as Guerrero gets too far off second. You have Bichette at the plate. Guerrero's the tying run at second base, and he gets picked off with a perfectly timed pickoff play. Gray's fourth pickoff this year. There's a bunt. Chapman fields. That's the wrong guy to bunt on. One away.
Wrong guy indeed. Platinum glove, how quickly he gets his ball, and just a bazooka and the accuracy every time to the letters by Chapman.
Here's Julian. One and oh. And the pitch. Only two pitchers in the American League had more pickoffs than Sonny Gray. They both played for the Royals. Zach Greinke and Taylor Clark both had 5. High fly ball. Kiermaier makes the play.
So, Michael, the way this works is Sonny Gray catches the ball, he looks at Correa, and he's going to go to the hat for the acknowledgement. Now, that play is hot right now, okay? Now, once it becomes set, you count 1001, 1002, go, pick off at second base. The hat is the key, and is acknowledged with another hat by Correa. That's veteran play. 2 veteran players with a slow heartbeat.
Grounded and through for a base hit for Polanco. And that is past the diving Bichette. So a single for Polanco. Now we go back to the studio with Nicole Briscoe.
Well, the Twins are trying to get where the Rangers are now. After a Nathan Eovaldi gem on the mound, it put Jose Leclerc in the position to close it out, and the Rangers bat. Plenty of support. 7-1 the final. The Rays season is over. The Rangers have earned themselves a party and a date with the Orioles starting Saturday. Guys?
Oh, shocking, Nicole. Thank you so much. Such a great season for Tampa Bay, but they couldn't do it against the Texas Rangers. Kikuchi is out. John Schneider making the pitching change. He signals to the bullpen with Royce Lewis coming up. It's 2-0 Twins looking for more.
Craving ballpark food? Just tell Siri, add peanuts to my grocery list.
Wow, that looked good. Oh. We have nothing up here, Alex.
Michael, what are you having for dinner?
I don't know.
I'm getting hungry now.
Really?
Yeah.
Those burgers look good. All right. They bring in Garcia to face Royce Lewis, runner at first. And there's a strike. The numbers on Garcia. Right off the end of the bat, foul ball, 0-2. Well, after Royce Lewis walked, that's where all the machinations began. They took out Barrios. They brought on Kikuchi by the end of the inning. The Twins had 2. And that has held up so far. It's 2-0 Twins over Toronto. Diving back is Polanco. Runner goes, pitch outside, throw to second. Not in time, stolen base for Polanco.
Good jump. Tough pitch to throw on here by Kirk. And an outstanding delivery. Right on the money. Just in there.
That's about as good a throw as you could make. One-two. Lewis down on strikes, and that'll do it. No runs, a hit. One man left on base. We go to the 6th inning. Minnesota 2, Toronto nothing. Well, the pickoff of Guerrero at second base, that was the last move for Sonny Gray in this game. They take him out after 85 pitches, 5 innings, 5 hits, didn't allow a run, walked 2 and struck out 6. And the new pitcher, first one out, is Louis Varlin, a local kid. And he deals with Bichette high. Varlin, 25 years old, from North St. Paul, Minnesota. And he pitched in yesterday's game. And he said it was an absolute honor to be a part of that game. He was in the rotation first part of the season. Didn't pitch well, sent to AAA. Came back in September and has been fantastic out of the pen. 1.46 ERA, 17 strikeouts, only 1 walk, and 12 1/3. Baldelli said different pitcher coming in shorter stints, throwing 99 miles an hour.
So fastball, cutter, slider, and a little changeup.
Sliced the other way, foul. .100 miles an hour, fouled off over the Twins dugout. So Baldelli has to get 12 outs out of the pen. Right in on the hands. And the pitch. You can see Jeffers tried to pull that one in, frame it, didn't get the call. 3-2.
Just a little centimeter outside.
Swing and a miss. Overpowered him. Now Sonny Gray, 5 shutout innings. Let's look at the K-zone and see why he was good, Alex.
Combination of fastballs and sliders. We see a few fastballs here early. 1, 2, great grunt. Slurve. Another one. Another one. And just the total package today. And as good as advertised, both with the fastball, the slider, the little change, and stayed ahead of hitters all afternoon long.
2-0 on Biggio with 1 out here in the 6th. So Lopez gave them a good start yesterday. Sonny Gray gives them 5 innings of shutout ball today. Two and 1. So 3-1 on Biggio. He has struck out twice, both of those times obviously against Gray. And the pitch. It's a base hit to right field. As Biggio turns around a fastball. 1 man on and 1 man out.
FanDuel, America's #1 sportsbook.
Here's Alejandro Kirk. He is 1 for 2, single to left and a fly ball right. One and 0. You get Kirk to hit the ball on the ground, it's going to be a double play. Doesn't run well. There's a strike. Certainly has different level of fastball. 95, 96. He can get up to 100 as well.
And it's hot.
And there's a base hit to right field. Kirk went the other way. Moving to second is Biggio. So first and second, 1 man out.
Right man, right spot here for the Jays. Maybe not for long.
Well, Kiermaier is due up, and he's going to go to the lefty. Nice piece of hitting there by Kirk. So Baldelli takes the ball from Varland, who leaves first and second, 1 man out. Kiermaier will step up. He'll do it against the left-hander. Stay tuned right here on ESPN. Well, that's going to be the National League Rookie of the Year, and what a game he had yesterday. 2-run home run, 2 walks, and the home run was just a massive blow. So game 2, Arizona leads 1-0. It starts at 7 over on ESPN2. See more of Corbin Carroll. What a player. So first and second, 1 man out, and they bring in the lefty, Caleb Thielbar, to face Kevin Kiermaier, but he's not going to face Kevin Kiermaier, as they send up Santiago Espinal to pinch hit for the center fielder. Grounded slowly, third base. That's going to be a base hit. Couldn't roll it any better. A pinch hit, base hit for Santiago Espinal.
Swinging bunt, perfectly placed. And fans in Minnesota saying, can we get Sonny Gray back up there?
So here's Matt Chapman, bases loaded with 1 out. Breaking ball, misses, 1-0.
Good matchup here for Chapman.
Line drive down the left field line. It's a foul ball. Oh, he just missed. That would have cleared the bases.
Michael, I can't help to think 2009 when we played the Twins, it was Phil Cousy who made that call that went against the Twins. This time it goes for the Twins.
Bases loaded, 1 out. 2-0 Twins. Top of the 6th. This could be 2. There's 1. There's 2. It's a double play. Chapman grounds into a 6-4-3 double play as Thielbar gets it done. And the Blue Jays' struggles with runners in scoring position continue.
6, 4, 3.
Well, the crowd just settling down after that inning-ending, rally-killing double play. This is how this game will break your heart. So what? 4 inches away from a bases-clearing double, and then this.
And then a ground ball routine double play started by Correa.
Kepler will lead off.
Michael, this game will break your heart. I've been there far too many times.
Now this has been a running theme though, Alex. 8 more runners left on base in 6 innings. For the Blue Jays, they just have not gotten the big hit.
And a huge base running mistake by Guerrero Jr.
Well, Theobar, who got the double play ground ball, he's a local kid too from Randolph, Minnesota. And he said, I was a senior in high school in '04. I remember the game. I've experienced everything that all the fans have too. This was my team growing up. It's still my team. I know how people feel, and I know what weight was lifted off everyone's backs today when they broke the 18-game losing streak. Oh, he just lifted a lot of weight off their back with that double play ground ball. That's a pitch timer violation. As the count goes to 3-1. Now 3-2. So that was on the batter. And he gets punched out. So a very costly pitch timer violation. Kepler goes down looking. So here's Donovan Solano. Pinch hit in the 4th inning. He walked against Kikuchi. Garcia, 3rd pitcher for the Blue Jays. One and one. Two and one. Three and one on Donovan Solano. Correa's on deck. He's 2 for 2. And there's ball 4. Play Ball is baseball's global youth initiative to highlight the fun and accessible ways to play our great game. To learn more, including how to find a league near you, go to playball.org and follow @playball on X, Facebook, and Instagram. RBI single last time up, infield single before that, so 2 for 2 for Correa, and also another great play in the field to pick off of Guerrero at second. Time was called before the pitch was delivered, and that is a pitcher's violation of the timer. So he did not start the delivery motion before the clock struck 0. And with a man on base, he has 20 seconds. Two and 0.
Dangerous pitch here.
Popped up behind the plate. Kirk giving it a look. Kirk makes the play. 2 outs. So that brings up Willie Castro. He pinch hit for Wallner in the 4th inning, and he wrapped into a double play. That was a sigh of relief for the Blue Jays and held the Twins to just those 2 runs. Those bases loaded, nobody out. He hit into the double play. A run scored then. Jeffers grounded to short. That ended the threat. But the 2 runs so far, they are holding up. We've got action in the Twins' bullpen. Brock Stewart. One and 2. Just a reminder, Varsho is in center. Biggio has moved to left, and Espinal takes over at second. Ground ball foul. That was after the pinch hitting in the top of the inning. Chad Green is warming for the Blue Jays in their bullpen. Two and 2. Not much arguing with Adam Hammery behind the plate, which means he's probably doing a good job. Another foul ball. This will be the 7th pitch of the at-bat coming up. The Blue Jays have out-hit the Twins 0-8-0, but 2-6-0 is leading. And the pitch. Castro battling. And the pitch. Strike. Castro didn't like that as Garcia thread the needle on the inside corner to get Castro looking. Garcia wins that long at bat. No runs, no hits, no errors, and 1 man left. That one looked inside from here. Castro didn't like it. And Solano is stranded at first. 4th Twins pitcher, the right-hander Brock Stewart, pitching to a 0.65 ERA in 28 games. And he deals a strike to Dalton Varsho. And the pitch. Foul ball. Let's go down to Alden Gonzalez.
Yeah, and guys, the Twins bullpen finished about middle of the pack this season, but they feel as if the dynamic of that bullpen is completely different in the playoffs. A couple of examples is Louis Varland and Chris Paddock, starting pitchers whose stuff plays up out of the bullpen, but the biggest reason is this guy right here, Brock Stewart, and how effective he can be late in games.
Quickly ahead 0-2 on Varsho. Foul back. Alex, talk to me about pressure. They have 9 more outs. They're down 2-0. They lose this game, their season's over.
And they're feeling it. And the whole momentum of the game changed when Barrios came out of the game. And you felt it. And there was a sigh of relief in the stadium. But now you only have 9 outs. And you can't think long ball. You have to think one at a time. Yesterday, they had a leadoff double by Guerrero. Strikeout, ground ball to first. You got to think one at a time.
One, two. Swing and a miss. Fastball upstairs.
97 miles an hour. Cheese, top of the zone at 97.
Well, they've found the strikeout touch, Alex. Through August, 24% strikeout rate, 14th in the majors. Since September, it's jumped up to 31%, first in the majors. Pitch to Springer, out of the zone, 1-0.
This Twins front office has done an outstanding job of piecing it together. Trades, development, local kids. It's been really a masterclass on how to do something. And they've turned it around, Michael. I mean, for 10 years, they were 30th in strikeout. We joked about yesterday, they had a guy named Sloy in their pitching staff. And now they're number one. I've never seen that type of paradigm shift. And that starts at the top.
1-1. Couldn't get out of the way and fouls the ball off.
Four-seamer, look out. Helpless feeling up there.
And the pitch, high drive into left center field. It's in the park. Taylor's there, and he'll put it away for the second out. Well, coming up next, the final game 2 of the night. Phillies host the Marlins, with Philly a win away from moving on. Last night, Zach Wheeler was great. He struck out 8, allowed 5 hits, didn't walk anybody. Tonight, the starting pitchers, it's Broxton Garrett for the Marlins, 9-7, 3.66. Aaron Nola for the Phillies, 12-9, 4.46. Phillies went on that run last year all the way to the series. Can they do it again? Here's Brandon Belt. 0-1. Top of the 7th inning, 2-0 Twins. Belt 0 for 3 in the game. One and one. One and two. They have really pitched Belt very well so far. He's 0 for 4 yesterday, 0 for 3 today.
Cutters in, fastballs away.
Swing and a miss, got him. Strong inning for Brock Stewart. He retires the Blue Jays in order. They're running out of time. But time right now for the 7th inning stretch here at Target Field. It's 2-0 Twins. Well, let's take a look at the game track. 2-6-0 for the Twins, 0-8-0 for the Blue Jays. Barrios lasted 3. They took him out after walking the batter in the 4th inning. Toronto's left 8 runners on base. Gray, 5 shutout innings. Correa, 2 for 3 offensively as we go to the bottom of the 7th. And that game track brought to you by our good friends at Volvo. Eric Swanson takes over. 1-0 count on Jeffers.
Fastballs and splits. Makes in a little slider.
So 3-0. Let's see if they green light him. Take it all the way. 3-1. pitch. They walked him to start the 7th. John Schneider, good guy. He has to know if his team doesn't score a couple of runs, he is going to be hit with question after question about lifting Barrios in the 4th inning after a leadoff walk to Royce Lewis. That is going to be a question that's asked every which way that it could be asked. Why'd you do that? Was it planned? What did you see? Was he pitching well?
All of those. And I love the bunt here. I know they're not going to bunt, but I just think adding runs on late in the game, it's paramount. And this is the type of game here, Michael, where you have to start playing one base at a time and forget about the long ball or the big inning. And looking ahead, the Blue Jays have their best 3 hitters, 3, 4, and 5 coming up. Exactly the same lineup they had yesterday in the 8th inning when Guerrero doubled.
And we told you yesterday about the 18-game losing streak. The Twins have not won a playoff series since they beat the A's in the ALDS in 2002. That's a 9-series stretch. So they're looking to snap that as well. Only one team has a longer stretch without a playoff series win. You have to go back to 1995, last time the Reds won a playoff series. Down goes Taylor, 1 away. Milwaukee, Arizona, Christian Yelich, so important for that Brewer team. 1 for 3 in game 1, a run, 2 walks, MVP in 2018. Arizona, the 1 win away from advancing. So everything on the line, 7 o'clock on ESPN2. Here's Julian. And there's a strike from Swanson.
Michael, I have a hard time understanding 2-0 in the 8th, it's bottom of the 7th. You have your 9th hitter at the plate. What's the reasoning for not bunting there? I need a better explanation.
Here's what I could probably hear them say.
Okay.
Well, we've got the lead. We want to put up a crooked number, not just one. That's probably the answer. And Taylor has good speed. They don't think he's going to hit into a double play, but he didn't hit it all. Ground ball to first. There's one. And the throw gets past Guerrero, and that allows Julian to go to second. He'll make it. Taylor made double play, but couldn't complete the back end.
Good throw here on the front side. A little flat-footed from Bichette. He has plenty of time. Maybe take one extra step and go right over the top, right back to Guerrero.
How much do you think Jeffers running to where the throw was coming from disrupted Bichette?
It definitely did, but because he had a little bit of extra time, you can dodge, take a sidestep, and just throw a little rocket.
Because you've taken, obviously, the runner going into the infielder out of his quiver. This is the only thing he could do. He ran out of the bases. Nothing illegal.
But it's like a quarterback throwing off his back foot. All you got to do is shuffle left towards right field, and then you have a clear lane and throw a four-seamer right up the lap. Instead of going in your back, throwing off your heels, and you lose accuracy and velocity.
That's a big run out second base with 2 outs. 2-0 count on Polanco. 3-0. Royce Lewis is on deck. So it's a fielder's choice. Runner goes to second on the E6. That's the first error in the game for either team. 3-0. They walked him on 4 pitches with Royce Lewis coming up. And here comes John Schneider, and that'll do it for Swanson. With the Blue Jays not able to get their offense working, he has to stop it right here. Can't afford to give up any more runs. So Swanson gives him the ball. And Romano, the closer, is coming in. Royce Lewis at the plate. Twins leading 2-0. Royce Lewis is 0 for 2 with a walk and a run scored today. Not close to what he did yesterday, but still a factor in this one. What he did yesterday, pretty amazing.
Well, he's looking for the straight. He had the solo home run, a 2-run homer, and now he's looking for a 3-run homer. And if he does that, Michael, he'll be the mayor of Minneapolis.
And he also drew the walk that knocked Barrios out of the game. And the new pitcher for the Blue Jays is Jordan Romano. That's their closer. He's been a little shaky in September. You see, overall the numbers are good, but he allowed 7 runs over his last 9 games, and that matched his total from the previous 33 games. So a big spot in this one as the Blue Jays are trying to stave off elimination.
Simple approach, 2 pitches, 50-50, fastball, slider.
This guy down the right field line. That's out of play. Lewis wrapped into a double play in the first, walked and scored in the fourth, struck out with a runner at second in the fifth. Another foul ball, slider. So quickly Romano is up 0-2. Pinch runner is Kyle Farmer. He took over for Julian at second, give them more speed. And Polanco is at first. The 0-2 goes with the fastball up and in.
And that's the setup pitch, Michael, for the slider. He's gonna maybe throw 2 more in a row here. Slider, slider coming up.
Kepler is on deck. Runners go. Grounded to third. Nice play by Chapman. Wasn't distracted at all to end the inning. No runs, no hits, 1 error, and 2 men left on base. We'll go to the 8th in Minneapolis. So much pressure. Everything on the line. Barrios yanked early. Carlos Correa here for that moment. And boy, is John Schneider worrying about being second guessed. And then a terrible play at second base as Guerrero picked off with Bo Bichette. So much on the line. The anguish, the exultation. The Twins trying to advance. The Blue Jays trying to survive. Griffin Jax takes over, and he will deal to Vlad Guerrero on pitches outside 1-0. Jax gave up that leadoff double to Guerrero in the 8th inning yesterday. 2-0. But then he pitched out of it. And you know Guerrero, after getting picked off at second, he wants to atone for that mistake.
Indeed.
3-0 on Guerrero.
Take a strike here. The Jays need base runners.
And a strike. Bo Bichette on deck. And the righty deals. driven into center field. Going back, Taylor. Still back, and he reaches up to make the play. Solid play by Michael Taylor.
Excellent jump by Taylor. Full speed at contact. One of Dusty Baker's favorite. Dusty said, he reminds me of me when I was a youngster.
Here's Bichette. 0-1. Bichette 2 for 3. High fly ball down the right field line. Kepler giving it a look. It's out of play. Some defensive maneuvers for the Twins. Farmer pinch ran for Julian. He stays in at third. Polanco moves from third to second. So they improved their defense with that move. Still 0-2. And the 0-2. Foul back. Ground ball. Correa. 2 away. Alex, I'm not sure if you saw that. On that ground ball, he started to move up the middle and then doubled back, and we'll get back to that in a second. MLB celebrates Hispanic Heritage Month by recognizing the contributions made to our game by the Latino baseball community, past and present. Follow at Los Mayores and at MLB, and visit losmayores.com for full coverage.
I did see that, Michael, and Correa kind of slid over towards the second base bag. Sometimes you do that when you anticipate a cutter or fastball away to a righty, but then he had to hustle back to recover, made an easy play a little bit more difficult.
1-0 on Biggio. One. One and 2. Jax dealing.
Filthy slider. Tight, hard to see spin. 89 on the slider, 98 on the fastball.
Jeffers tried to jump out and get that before it was foul, to no avail. Chopped, right side. Jax fields and tags. Biggio on the way by and holds on to the baseball to end the inning. Let's see if they're okay. Both Biggio and Jax. Let's take a look.
Jax is the son of an NFL lineman, so great play.
First
fair.
down.
First down.
Well, let's take a look at tonight's active play of the game, brought to you by Wells Fargo Active Cash Credit Card.
Yeah, Carlos Correa, postseason experience, the base hit, then the pickoff, and then the big double play. 6, 4, 3.
Well, Max Kepler will lead off the bottom of the 8th inning. Romano's still in there. I got to give credit to my guy. Correa was your pick to click today.
Indeed it was. It's not very hard, though. I mean, he's been one of the greatest clutch players of our generation here, so.
Do not be humble with me. I will not accept it.
I agree. Okay. You're right.
Fouled away 0-2.
I got one right. I might as well celebrate it. No, but the thing is, Michael, experience does matter in October. And you see the plays, not only the big plays, but the subtle plays. And then the ability to think slow in the moment and put the timing play on with another veteran, Sonny Gray, and picking off Guerrero. Wow, was that a turning point?
Kepler goes down on strikes against Romano. And that brings up Solano. Ground ball right to Guerrero. He'll take it himself, beating Solano to the bag, 2-way. Well, that man, we saw him yesterday, Johan Duran, is going to try to close it out. Twins 3 outs away from advancing.
And Michael, Carlos Correa 3 outs away from seeing his old buddies next week, the Astros.
And a strike to Correa. So Carlos is 2 for 3. A couple of singles and an RBI.
Michael, driving into the ballpark today, I saw this stat and it jumped out of the page. The Minnesota Twins, 0 wins in 6,937 days. They make it 2 over 2 days.
Oh, ooh, that did not sound good.
And that's just a 2-seamer that gets away, that keeps chasing you. And I hope, Michael, he caught a break because it might have hit him in the knuckles. And that may be okay. Let's hope so.
I'm always amazed when guys get hit on the hand. There's so many small bones in that hand that there are not more injuries. Obviously, there's going to be a contusion. We just hope that he's able to move on. It looks like he's going to stay in the game.
Sigh of relief.
So that brings up Willie Castro. Runner on. Two outs. Romano deals. 1-0. Ground ball up the middle. It's a base hit. Correa around second. He's going to third. The throw from Varsho is not in time. That allows Castro to go to second.
That's a mistake by Varsho, the center fielder. Unusual mistake. That ball should come straight to second base. Here's Correa going first to third. No doubt. Thinking first to third the whole way. But Michael, that ball does not need to go to third base. it needs to go right to second base and keep the force play in order.
Big spot. Give the Twins some breathing room in the ninth. Jeffers. Ball right field. Springer's there, and he'll put it away. And that'll do it. No runs a hit. And 2 men left on base. 3 outs remain in the Blue Jay season. The Twins are 3 outs away from advancing. Well, the fans here at Target Field, they are ready to celebrate. They are 3 outs away from advancing to the ALDS against the Houston Astros. The Blue Jays know that the Rays have been swept. They're 3 outs away from getting swept. That would be 2 American League East teams out of the playoffs in 2 days. And the guy who's going to try to do that is Duran. You see his numbers. We watched him yesterday, and he threw a lot of breaking balls. And now here comes Rocco Baldelli, and also the athletic trainer to check out Duran. Wonder what this is. If Ryan Jeffers wasn't so curious, we'd be able to see what's going on. That was his last warm-up pitch. He automatically looked down at his hand. Looks like maybe on the inside of the thumb.
Yeah, you know, yesterday he threw his first 5 pitches were breaking balls, and you wonder if there's a connection there, but never a good sign when a pitcher calls out the training staff out.
Well, no one's warming at this point, and if he leaves, obviously whoever comes in would have as much time as he needs to warm up. Well, I don't think that's the plan. They're trying to stop bleeding or close up the blister. So how long have the Twins been waiting to win a playoff series? Well, waiting since 2002. We mentioned that was in the ALDS against the A's. So it's a 9-series stretch without winning a playoff series. And it's hard to do that. It's hard to lose 18 games in a row when you're a good team. You've made the playoffs, Alex, so that means you're a good team. Let's take a look at the last time it happened. Eddie Guardado, everyday Eddie, on the mound. And the celebration was on. They have not had an opportunity to celebrate in 21 years.
And this fan base is ready and ready to explode. Waited a long time, great fan base.
Well, it looks like he's going to stay in, but the Twins decision makers will watch very closely if he's okay as he takes a couple to the mitt. Closed out yesterday's win, a strikeout of Kiermaier, a strikeout of Chapman. He walked Merrifield, then the Springer ground out to first. He had abandoned that curveball about mid-season, Alex. He didn't like the results he was getting with it, and it's a great pitch for him. And when you throw 103, you can see why he would abandon it, but he slowly started to regain confidence, and it was a weapon yesterday.
Yeah, what happens is sometimes you give up a big hit, a clutch home run, or something like that. You lose confidence, you lose feel. But boy, it came back nicely, and that is his swing and miss pitch. Even though he throws 105, 104, good sign here.
Well, he's going to try to send his team to a matchup with the defending world champions. First up, Alejandro Kirk. Way upstairs.
So you throw a fastball like that, Michael, you have to think the next couple of pitches should be breaking balls. And sometimes you find your rhythm with your breaking ball, not your fastball.
So he has not come close in the first 2 pitches, and they are starting to get the bullpen ready. Emilio Pagan.
And this is an automatic take 1 strike. 100% you have a red light here. Force him to throw a strike, do not help him.
And there's a strike, 101. Kirk has 2 hits in 3 at-bats tonight. Just clips the outside corner, 2-2. That's almost an unhittable pitch.
And something has to give. Kirk has not struck out over his last 35 plate appearances.
Foul ball. That was a splitter.
At 97.
Blue Jays need a base runner. 2-2. Swing and a miss. He struck out now. A filthy splitter.
Boy, that's not fair. This is a splitter indeed, Michael. 98, and it fell off the table. Unhittable pitch. First strikeout for Kirk in 36 plate appearances.
Here's Espinal. That one is looped into center field. It's a base hit. So the Blue Jays are alive. That's their 9th hit of the game. That's the man who started the game for the Blue Jays, Jose Barrios, taken out in the 4th inning after a walk. Whit Merrifield will pinch run for Espinal. There's Matt Chapman. He has the power to tie the game. 17 homers on the year. There's that filthy curveball for a strike, whispering across the outside corner. Swing and a miss, another curve, 0-2. And the righty deals. Swing and a miss. 3 straight unhittable curveballs. And the Twins are an out away.
Three of them. Good morning, good afternoon, and good night. Filthy breaking ball.
And that leaves it up to Dalton Varsho. They do not hold Merrifield at first. He'll take off. He does. Swing and a miss. And he moves to second. Well, that was the hero of game 1. And you can say he's the hero of this one. A strike away. Swing and a miss. Finally, 21 years in the making. And the Twins advance with a victory in 2 straight over Toronto. And they will meet the Houston Astros in the ALDS. The streak of 18 straight playoff losses ended yesterday. The streak of 9 straight series losses ends today. The Minnesota Twins are moving on, and the Blue Jays are swept out of the playoffs.
Unbelievable ride from Minnesota. And to think Carlos Correa on the road back to Houston from San Francisco, almost the New York Mets. Minnesota now back in Houston.
With Carlos Correa on the field, in the middle of that all is Alden Gonzalez.
Hey, Carlos, it's been 21 years since this franchise has won a playoff round. You were brought here to deliver moments like this. How does it feel to see this come to fruition?
It feels amazing, man. It feels amazing. You know, to get that first win in a long time yesterday was special, but to get this win right here and move on to the next round, it feels amazing. You know, we're going to go to Houston. Obviously, they got a great team over there. And we're going to play our best baseball, man. This feels really good.
Carlos, this team has gotten a lot of contributions from young players, less heralded players. What do you think people should know about this group and what makes it so special?
Well, it's a young, talented group, man, that really wants it. Right? I tell everybody, this reminds me a lot of the 15 Astros when the young talent came up, matched up with the veterans that they were there already, and then they started going off. So that's how I feel about this organization, or the squad that we have right now. If you look at our young players, they're going to be here for a long time. Me, Buxton, Royce, all the guys are going to be here for a long time, and we're going to build something special.
You said it earlier, the Astros are next. I think you're kind of familiar with them. What do you think about that matchup?
Just a little bit familiar with that ballpark and that team. You know, they know what to do in postseason baseball, and that's something we preach here in this clubhouse. You know, when the moment comes, you got to be ready and prepared. And if you're prepared, you're going to have the confidence to go out there and do your job, and that's what we're doing.
Carlos, thanks so much. Congratulations. Guys, back to you.
Well, that was Carlos Correa. He was your pick to click, and he certainly clicked today, and that's why they got him, Alex.
It's amazing what happens, Michael, when you get prime-time players, talented in their prime. It was an amazing pickup for the Minnesota Twins, and this guy simply said he is a prime-time winner, and he is a big-time champion.
Well, the celebration is on here in Minneapolis, but their journey has just begun. They have bigger plans. Rocco Baldelli said he expects to be playing late into October. Next stop, though, the Houston Astros in the ALDS. So the Twins getting rid of some ghosts. And the manager of the Twins, Rocco Baldelli, is with Alden.
Hey, Rocco, you mentioned a lot about the crowd yesterday. I don't think they sat down after the start of the 8th inning. What did you think of the atmosphere today?
Our crowd, it's a weapon. It's a weapon for us. I mean, they're still going right now. They were going before the first pitch. The crowd just never stopped. And it affects us in a good way. It affects the other team. It's a weapon.
I don't know that a lot of people were talking about the Twins going into the playoffs. You guys probably showed something in this series. What do you think the world should know about this group and why it's so special?
Well, we have a lot more to show. That's what I can tell you about this club, okay?
Rocco, thanks. Congratulations. Thanks, Alden. Guys, back to you.
All right, thank you, Alden, and thank you to Rocco as well. So again, it's all the more sweet because of the fact the wait was so long. 18 straight losses, 9 straight series losses. And it had become a running joke in baseball. Well, I want to play the Twins in the playoffs. We'll take care of them. But that didn't happen for the Toronto Blue Jays.
Well, joke no more. I mean, they're serious, and Carlos leading the way, and the way they've done it is very unique. They did it smart. They did it, piece by piece, bringing in starting pitchers, the Sonny Grays, the Carlos Correas, and it's just been really fun team to watch. And this is not going to be an easy walk for the Houston Astros. Minnesota's here, and they're here to play.
They've got starting pitching. They've got good arms in the bullpen as well, and they took care of a good Toronto Blue Jays team in 2 games. Well, Twins 2, Blue Jays nothing. And this was the final out in this one, and the final out in the season for the Blue Jays. Coming up next is baseball tonight. Tonight at 8 p.m. Eastern, it's the NL Wildcard Game 2. Marlins Phillies. For Alden Gonzalez and Alex Rodriguez, I'm Michael Kay saying see ya from Minneapolis, Minnesota, as the Twins celebrate moving on. Now let's go to Nicole Briscoe, Xavier Scruggs, and Jeff Passan in the studio.